Hey everybody, Prepper Nurse 1 here. Today is November 15th, 2017. As you can see, overcast once again. We did have a fairly decent day solar-wise for this time of year. We ended up pulling in 2 kilowatt hours, so that wasn't too terrible, and so that's always helpful. But I wanted to do a video today. Actually, a serious subject, to be honest with you. This is going out for all the ladies out there, okay? And I know we do a lot of scenarios post-event, but this is something that actually pertains to now, in present time, and also in post-event, okay? You're going to have, let's put it like this, with rule of law right now, and the way that we are to each other with rule of law is horrific, okay? So with no rule of law, it's going to be 10 times worse. So how does that affect the ladies? Well, we're going to talk about rape, you know, brutality, some really evil stuff that people can do to each other, and you know, women will become very marginalized once again, unfortunately, in a post-event. So, you know, that's something I want you guys to think about. What I want you to think about too is, now, while things are relatively normal, if you will, taking some self-defense courses, learning how to protect yourselves, how to defend or fend off a stronger, more physical attacker. In a post-event, guys, we're talking, you know, the brutality. If you have, let's say you have your little family and you think you're going to do this all by yourself, and there's you, the husband, the wife, and you got a couple of kids and maybe a daughter or two in that mix of children, and you have a group of armed men come and decide they're going to take your stuff, kill the husband, they're going to rape the women. It happens. I mean, people are very, very brutal and evil to each other. So to know how to defend yourself and have your children know how to defend themselves, and it's good to have that mindset and mentality now anyway, just to know that you can protect yourself. That's very, very important, okay? So it's something that I want you guys to think about, you know, because it is a reality. You know, I did a whole thing about pregnancy in a post-event. Well, if you're raped in a post-event, it's really not much of a say-so. And so now what happens if you get pregnant by a product of rape? I mean, that's, you know, that's kind of scary, you know. And there it comes down to, choices of, do you want to keep that baby or not keep that baby? Now that whole goes into a whole different kettle of fish with morality and you know, pro-life, pro-choice type of situation. But you know, it's and I'm not even gonna get into all that, but I'm just saying, it's like, you know, do you keep like the morning after pill around just in case something like that should happen? And you know, I mean, it's just, but here's the thing is, guys, the point of the video realistically is, I want women to be proactive. I want you guys to really learn self-defense techniques, how to defend off somebody that's bigger and stronger than you, how to, you know, protect yourself so that you are not a victim of rape. Here's something that I had talked to, I used to tell my wife, ex-wife, this, and you know, my daughter as well. I said, if somebody is trying to rape you, there's one thing that you can do that will basically stop the rape in its tracks. Because rape is not about sex, rape is about power, okay? Power and control. That's what rape is about. It's not about sex. It's you know, they're showing their dominance over you, okay? But one way as women that you can stop that rape in a heartbeat is you take your finger, stick it down the back of your throat and make yourself throw up. You throw up on yourself, okay? The smell of puke, and the puke all over yourself, because you want to make sure you throw up on yourself, that's going to kill any kind of desire that rapist has right off the bat. That's going to kill it in a heartbeat, okay? You know, rape is a very dehumanizing type of thing, and people that are rapists they have no place anywhere in our society, in my opinion. There's only one cure for them, just like with pedophiles. And you know how I feel about that. I've talked about that in other videos, what I think should happen to pedophiles. And so anyway, you know, that's one way of doing it. But knowing how to defend yourself, how to protect yourself, number one, it's going to give you a lot more self-confidence, number one. And number two, it's going to help you, you know, to, if a situation arises or a situation happens, you know what to do. You don't have to be like, oh my God, what do I do now, and panic. You can react to that situation, and you can act to that situation. And, you know, that's really, really important. And, you know, I've said that in other videos, how important it is to, you know, have that game plan. And so when it comes to the ladies, and if somebody's attacking you, or even if you have you're in an abusive relationship, you know, stopping that guy that comes home drunk and wants to beat on you, you know, being able to defend yourself and stop him in his tracks. You put a butt whipping on somebody, and they're going to have a whole new attitude on how they deal with stuff, okay? So, and here's the thing, guys, and I don't care if it's a man on woman or a woman on man, nobody deserves to be abused. Nobody. And I'm not just talking rape in that aspect, I'm just talking about physical abuse. You know, ladies out there, I want to encourage you to take self-defense courses, know how to protect yourself. If you get yourself in a situation, hopefully you don't, but if you do get yourself in a situation, that you know what to do to protect yourself and to stop that attacker. And you don't, you know, and the key is with an attacker is to get away. Physically, in a straight-up fist fight, you're not going to beat a stronger, more physical opponent. Okay, but the idea of if somebody's trying to rape you or whatever, you know, getting away, that's the key. You want to get away from that individual. And obviously there's the key word that you want to yell, and it's not help or rape. You want to yell fire, okay, in our modern society, because nobody gives a crap if somebody's yelling help. They'll just go on their merry way. A lot of people, not all, but a lot of people. But if you yell fire, people are going to come running, okay? So, you know, even if it's just for being a looky-loo, but the more distance you can put yourself between you and your attacker, that's really, really important. So it's definitely, it's not a fun topic to discuss, and hunting season's going full bore now, right? It's the 15th, so I think it's the first day of shotgun, so people are out there doing what they do. Anyway, and it just sounds like he's just popping off. But anyhow, you know, putting yourself in a situation that you can take care of business, that's really, really important. So I definitely, like I said, on this video, I want your guys' feedback. I definitely want to hear what your thoughts are on this and what you have to say, especially from the ladies. I mean, because it's like, you know, victims of abuse most of the time are going to be women. Now, there are cases where men are in situations where they're going to be abused. That happens as well. You know, it's unfortunately in our society today, too many people think that they can answer those problems with, you know, assaulting somebody. But that's not always the best way to go around it. But being able to put yourself in a situation, I'm sorry, I'm looking at the neighbor's driving his bus around. Putting yourself in a situation where you can defend yourselves and know what to do if that situation arises is, that's what it's all about. And it's real, real important. And you know, like I said, you can do self-defense courses, you know, they have community things to do that way. Mixed martial arts, knowing some moves, practicing those moves, you know, so that if somebody comes at you, you know how to react. And like I said, if you can get yourself in a situation where you can break that arm or break that leg, you do what you got to do. I mean, you know, that's really, really important. So anyway, I definitely want your guys' feedback on this video. I definitely want to hear what you ladies have to say about that. And like I said, this is, like I said, for modern times, this goes for that all the way. But also, in a post-event, it's going to be 10 times worse. So, you know, that's something that I want you guys to think about. So anyway, guys, listen, on that note, like I said, I definitely want your feedback, so I want to hear what you have to say in the comments. Remember, hug and kiss the ones you love. Tell them every single day. Tomorrow is not guaranteed. We never know what's going to happen. And remember, guys, it's STD. It's one step at a time, one thing at a time, one day at a time. Whatever your goals are, whatever you're trying to do, you can do it. And the only one that's going to stop you from that is you. And remember, life is way too short to be unhappy. If you're unhappy in your situation, change your situation. Okay. I'm trying to think. I think I tell you what the temperature was. I think we're in the 40s today, low 40s. So not a bad day here. Still cool, but that's upstate New York. So I'll talk to you later, and we'll see you all tomorrow. Prepper Nurse 1 out for now.